I want you to think about a meeting that you've had in the last few weeks. One that felt fine, a good conversation, polite, professional. And when you walked out, nothing happened, nothing changed, nothing moved. They said that they would think about it, or they nodded and smiled, and then silence. Now, you prepared for that meeting, you knew your material, you said the right things. So why did nothing happen? Well, I'm going to answer that today, and I'm going to give you a 60-second fix that you can use before every meeting you ever have. Most people walk into important conversations knowing what they want to say, but very few people walk into meetings knowing what they want to create. And those are completely different things. When you focus on what you want to say, you're thinking about your content, your slides, your talking points, your agenda. When you focus on what you want to create, you're thinking about the other person. You're thinking about your audience. What do you want them to think? What do you want them to feel? What do you want them to do? And what do you want them to remember when they leave the room? One is preparation. The other is impact. And most meetings go nowhere because we only ever do the first one. Here's the fix. I call it the intention statement. One sentence, 60 seconds to write. And it looks like this. I want to verb so that my person or audience thinks, feels, does, remembers something specific, a specific outcome. Let me show you what I mean. Most people would say that their intention is present the quarterly results. Now that's not an intention, that's an agenda item. An intention sounds like this. I want to reassure my team so that they feel confident about what's coming. Or I want to challenge my clients so that they think differently about the cost of standing still. Or I want to galvanize our stakeholders so they leave this room ready to act. Same meeting, same room, completely different energy. Now, the verb is everything. Not tell, not update, not present. Choose a verb that creates something. Inspire, reassure, challenge, galvanize, ground, provoke. Because that verb, combined with your category of impact, becomes the North Star for how you show up vocally, physically, emotionally. It helps you decide what stories to tell, which data points to use, how you open and how you close, how you build intrigue. Every choice flows from your intention. Then choose your category of impact. Do you want them to think something new, feel something they weren't feeling, do something specific when they leave? Remember one thing above everything else. Pick one. That becomes the second part of your statement. Let me show you this in history. It's May 1940. Britain is in crisis, France is falling, Hitler's forces are at the Channel. Winston Churchill walks into the House of Commons. He doesn't walk in hoping it goes well. He doesn't walk in with a list of updates. He walks in with a single, laser-focused intention. I want to steal the British people so they feel the courage to never give in. Notice how that intention shapes every single word. We shall fight on the beaches. We shall fight on the landing grounds. We shall never surrender. Repetition, rhythm, escalation, every choice serving a single intention. That speech didn't just inform people, it transformed them. And that's the difference. Let me save you from the mistakes I see most often. Mistake number one, making it about you. I want to seem confident. I want to remember my pitch. Your intention has to be about them. What do they think? What do they feel? What do you want them to do? What do you want them to remember? Mistake number two, being too vague. I want the meeting to go well. That tells you nothing. Get specific. Use that verb. Name the outcome that you want to create. Mistake number 3. Multiple intentions. I want to challenge them and reassure them and excite them and make sure that they understand the risks. Pick one primary intention. Everything else becomes supporting detail. Here's what I want you to do this week. Before every significant interaction, every meeting, presentation, difficult conversation, write this sentence down. I want to verb so that my person or audience thinks, feels, does, remembers something specific, a specific outcome. Write it, say it out loud, feel it in your body. Then watch what happens. Your language changes, your energy changes, the way you listen changes. Because you're not just filling time anymore, you're creating something. This is the first letter in the IMPACT Powerhouse framework, and it's first for a reason. Without clear intentions, all the skills in the world are just noise. With them, every word you say starts to serve something important, something that matters. Now, if this is the gap that you've been sitting with, the next step is a conversation with me. No pitch, no obligation, just an honest discussion about where you are and whether I can help. There is a link in the description. Or if you're not quite ready for a call yet, why not try Impact AI first? It's the framework in your pocket. There's a link also in the description. So I will see you next week when we're going to talk about mindset and specifically how to access confidence on demand, even when everything in you wants to shrink. See you then.